This is my story, the one I wanna share. A tale of resilience, a legacy to wear. I won't hold back, I'll let my spirit shine through the melody.
My name is Rose Smith. I started at TI about 3.5 years ago in August of 2020. My experience in the field before I came here was an STNA at the nursing homes. I did do home health care at one point. Didn't last very long because I wasn't a huge fan of it. I mean, this is probably more of a home to me, honestly, than my actual home. I was referred to TI by a friend of mine, actually. She was working in the South Lawn home. I did an application online. They called me and did a phone interview because at the time it was the coronavirus going on. Jill Johnson actually is the one that called me. She offered me the job. I took the Maryland home position overnight. I love it. So in 2010, it was 10 years before I started here. It was July 2nd, 2010, actually. It was my oldest son's 7th birthday. It was 3 days after my younger son's 5th birthday. My daughter was 4 years old. We had actually went to Cowan Lake in Wilmington to just kind of celebrate the boys' birthday. And so my younger son, he's severely ADHD. I tried to take him and my daughter into the water with me. I was holding them both on my hips. My son was terrified. So he started screaming and crying. So I take him back out of the water and we go sit in the sand and he's sitting next to me still screaming and crying. My daughter's right in front of me playing in the sand. And I turned to him to try to calm him down. And I look back in front of me and my daughter's gone. We found her in about 2 feet of water. It was already too late. So some people at the beach, they tried to do CPR, but they weren't quite doing it right. So they weren't tilting her head back to unblock her airway. So they were breathing into her mouth, but without tilting her head back. It was basically just pushing the water down into her lungs more. So the paramedics came and they did everything they could. We got her to the hospital. They did everything they could at the hospital also. It just wasn't working. So my boys and I, we had a rough time for the first 2 weeks actually after she passed. I'd say I was probably a zombie. I wouldn't change my clothes. I wouldn't brush my hair. I wouldn't bathe. I wasn't myself at all. Finally, 2 weeks later, I snapped out of it and I realized my boys need me. So they needed me more than ever. So I snapped out of it and I cleaned up and got myself back together and I took my boys out to just have some fun, try to have some fun. So 4 years later, actually, my husband and I were already separated. We actually separated when my daughter was 3 weeks old, but we still had a great friendship. We still went to karaoke together. We did things with the kids. We had a great friendship. We just couldn't last as a married couple. So, but 4 years after I lost my daughter, he passed away. It was very hard on me also, but it was harder on my boys. They've come a long way since then. So, they're strong. They're very strong boys, and they've got me through it all. And honestly, I think sometimes when I'm here at work, I'm cleaning and the clients are sleeping, and I start thinking, And so I gotta fight the tears. But then once the clients are awake, it's so much better, because then I'm laughing and I'm smiling and I'm having a great time, and they get my mind off of that stuff. So I mean, they're amazing. And if I if I didn't have them in the morning, I don't know what I'd do. So I they really do help me get through my depression. So I mean, I know it's been 10 years since I've lost my daughter, but it's still, it's like fresh, you know. It's like it just happened yesterday. This job means the world to me. So I mean, they offer so much here, and you can just be so comfortable when you're here. I mean, you can be yourself. It doesn't matter if you're with the clients or you're in a meeting. You can be yourself. I would honestly recommend this job to anyone in a heartbeat. I mean, it offers so much. It offers, you know, not only benefits, but it offers, you know, excitement. You know, it offers something different than most jobs. Most jobs, you can't, it's hard to be yourself. You know, you have to worry about, am I going to get in trouble for this? Am I going to get in trouble for that? Am I doing something wrong? Here, it's family. I mean, it can't get better than that. You can't be yourself around someone that's not family. And if you don't consider these guys family, that's just crazy. I do eventually retire because I don't plan on leaving before that. Honestly, I think is just to make sure whoever's here just realizes this is your family. If you don't see them as family, it's probably not the best position for you. You can't work with someone this much and spend this much time with them and not see them as your family. I want the clients to be able to know that they can go to anyone for help. Anything they need, they can trust all the staff at TI. And with the TI staff, I want them to know that you can trust this company. You can trust the bosses. You can trust the clients. You can trust the other staff. And it's definitely probably the best company you could ask for to work
This
for.
is my story, the one I wanna share.
My name is Rose Smith. This is my story. What's yours?
I won't hold back. I'll let my spirit shine through the melodies of life. Every beat still